Hey friends, how are you? Today's lesson in class was to identify odd and even numbers. There are two strategies to be able to identify odd or even numbers successfully. So today I'm going to talk to you about both strategies. You can decide which one you like the best. Alright, so our strategy that we learned today is in order to know if a number is odd or even, you want to look at the number in the ones place. Let's see if we can practice this together. Let's say we have the number 792. It's a big number. It doesn't matter because our strategy to identify if it's odd or even is just to look at the ones place. I'm going to underline the ones place. What digit do you see in the ones place? You know, it's a 2. So now you need to remember your knowledge of even and odd numbers. Well, is 2 an odd or an even number? Well, list your even and odd numbers at the top of the page to help you. We know our even numbers are 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. We know our odd numbers are 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. So the digit in the ones place is a 2, and you see it in the even numbers. So 792 is an even number. We use the strategy of looking at the digit in the ones place. That's all you need to do. Let's try another example. And you probably hear Bella in the background because she's always around when we're doing math. I love it. Now, let's use a bigger number. 5,393. Same strategy. Remember, if you know your strategy, that's all you have to stick to. What digit are we going to underline and look at? Only the digit in the ones place. In the ones place, we see we have a 3. So we need to focus on that 3. Is that 3 odd or even? Well, look at the key that we made up here. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. Those are all even numbers. And you can skip count even numbers by 2. Odd numbers, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Oh, there's the 3. So we learned that 5,393 is an odd number. Very simple strategy. Okay, let's use the other strategy. Strategy number 2 for identifying odd and even numbers is over here. It says, divide your number by 2. An even number does not have a remainder. So, let's use the strategy of dividing our number by 2. I'm going to use the example, the number 13. All we have to do is try to divide that number by 2. Let's see. 13 divided by 2 equals blank of a quotient. So, let's list our related facts. For this divisor 2, 1 times 2 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 2 is 6, 4 times 2 is 8, keep going, 5 times 2 is 10, 6 times 2 is 12, 7 times 2 is 14. Oh, we passed it. Gotta get close and under 13. So we found the closest fact is 6 times 2 is 12. So that means 13 divided by 2 equals 6. But we have a remainder, right? Because we couldn't evenly divide 13 by 2. 6, remainder 1. Our strategy says an even number does not have a remainder. This problem for 13, has a remainder. So 13 is not an even number. If it was an even number, we would not have a remainder. So our number 13 happens to be an odd number. Let's use this strategy one more time. It seems like this strategy may take a little more work than the first one. But again, it's all about showing you the different strategies to solve these problems and you being in control and picking the strategy that you like to work with best. Once you find your great strategy that you like, just stick to it. All right, remember, our strategy is look at the number in the ones place to see if it's odd or even, or divide your number by 2. And if we have a remainder after we do that, it is an odd number. Let's use the strategy of dividing our number by 2. Let's say we have 29. Odd or even number? Let's divide it by 2 to figure it out. 29 divided by 2 equals blank. I'm going to erase this so that we really challenge ourselves. So, let's list our facts to figure this out. We don't have to start at 1 times 2 because that's really far from 29. So let's get closer. You know that, let's see, 10 times 2 is 20. 11 times 2 is 22. 12 times 2 is 24. Big numbers, I know. 13 times 2 is 26. See, we're skip counting by 2. 14 times 2 is 28. Oh, close. 15 times 2 is 30. We passed it, right? So this would be the closest related fact. So 29 divided by 2 is 14. But that gave us 28, and we need to get to 29. So we have a remainder of 29 divided by 28. We have a remainder of 1. So our answer is 14 remainder 1. So remember, our strategy said if we have a remainder, it's an odd number. So the number 29 happens to be an odd number. I say you memorize your odd and even numbers and use the strategy of looking at the ones place. 9 is an odd number. That could be a little faster, but some people like to write their facts, which helps you memorize your facts even more. So that's not necessarily a bad strategy. Friends, you've learned how to identify odd and even numbers. Keep practicing, do your math, have fun.